In this video, we will be demonstrating the 3 different methods of application of Helix Low-Rise Adhesive: dual 750 milliliter cartridges, dual pressurized tanks, and 15-gallon drum sets using a cart for dispensing. To begin, all trimming for a tight fit and proper layout of the insulation is critical prior to dispensing Helix Low-Rise Adhesive. Eliminate uneven surfaces to ensure positive contact between the insulation or cover boards, Helix Low-Rise Adhesive, and substrates. The substrate and boards will need to have a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit and rising, and the adhesive temperature will need to be 70 degrees Fahrenheit or more. The dual 750 milliliter Helix Low-Rise Adhesive cartridge is a twin tube consisting of one tube part A and one tube of part B bound together. The cartridge is designed to fit the durable cordless TrueFast dispensing gun. Cartridges are sold in cartons, and each carton contains 4 cartridges and 6 cartridge static mix tips. First, install the static mixer to the cartridge, then install the cartridge set in the dispensing gun. Apply 3/4 inch beads in an S pattern spaced at 12 inches, 6 inches, or 4 inches on center, depending on the job requirements. The coverage rate at 12 inches on center is 125 square feet per cartridge, or 8 4x4 pieces of insulation per cartridge. Allow for 1 to 2 minutes of rise time before boards can be set in the foam. Once the board is set into foam, walk on the board in a zigzag pattern to provide adhesion. The dual pressurized Helix Low-Rise Adhesive tanks are a pressurized tank of part A and a pressurized tank of part B. Included in the box is a 25-foot length of hose, dispensing gun, mixing tips, hose wrench, and petroleum jelly. Remove each canister from the box. It is very important to shake it back and forth 30 times to mix the material inside the canister. Next, attach the appropriate color-coded hose to each canister using the included wrench to secure connections. Open both tank valves completely, then apply petroleum jelly to the applicator gun face. To purge the air, use a quarter throttle until the air is out of hose, then purge at full throttle to verify equal streams of A and B flow. There is a trigger lock on the gun to ensure safe and clean installation of the mix chip, which can be installed by inserting the tab, then twisting up until it clicks into place. A trial application must be made to ensure the A and B materials are both feeding into the gun and mixing properly. The trial application should be on the substrate to verify material is mixed and functioning as expected. This should occur right before the installation of the boards to the substrate. If you leave the gun unused with mixed adhesive in the tip for more than 30 seconds, you will have to change the tip, so be ready to start applying adhesive immediately after the test spray. Apply 3/4 inch beads in an S pattern spaced at 12, 6, or 4 inches on center, depending on the job requirements. Aim the gun and mix tips so that any splatter is not hitting on the areas you don't want adhesive. Coverage rate at 12 inches on center is 3,000 square feet per tank set. The 1-inch wide beads will rise and then fall and then rise again. Then boards can be set into the Helix Low-Rise Adhesive. The substrate and boards will need to have a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit and rising, and the adhesive temperature will need to be 60 degrees Fahrenheit or more. The boards you place on top of this will need to be ready to go when you start applying beads of Helix Low-Rise Adhesive. Once the boards are placed, walk on the boards in a zigzag pattern to help provide adhesion. Next, we'll talk about the 15-gallon drum sets using a cart for dispensing. Most machines are designed to handle 15-gallon drums of A and B. Helix Low-Rise Adhesive is designed to work with most commercial roofing adhesive dispensing machines and carts, which are a 1-to-1 ratio. If the machine or cart has compressed air feeding the gun, it may require the use of additional PPE, including a supplied air respirator, protective coveralls, and overspray containment. After laying out your first layer of board to the substrate for a tight fit, you can begin to prepare your machine by applying grease or lubricant to the applicator gun face and purging adhesive into a cardboard box to ensure a proper flow of A and B. Next, attach the static mixer tip to the gun. To ensure the A and B materials are both mixing properly, a trial application must be made into an old container or box right before the installation of the board to the substrate. Remember that leaving the gun unused with the mixed adhesive in the tip for more than 30 seconds will require replacing the tip, so be ready to start applying adhesive immediately after the test application. The ambient temperature, insulation or cover boards, and substrate temperature need to be 40 degrees Fahrenheit and rising. Adhesive temperature should be kept at or above 60 degrees Fahrenheit before use. Layout of insulation boards into the adhesive beads occurs immediately after the rise of the beads of adhesive. This takes about 1 minute in most conditions, so be prepared to install boards immediately. This is especially critical when installing tapered insulation boards. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe and check out more of our videos.